to the Marlins. Two back-to-back no-hitters. And I got knocked around. And we are last in the division, 8.5 games behind the Mets.
Back here on the MLB pregame show, Matt Vasgersian getting you set for the finale of this MLB. The coverage of Major League Baseball brings us to the great state of Florida and Marlins in Miami. Today, the third and final game in this three-game series between the New York Mets and the Miami Marlins. Who's going to win the battle between these two? We'll see next. Jermaine Smith is in to start things off here as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. These Marlins, EK, as they take the field here this afternoon, they come in the midst of a stretch where they've dropped 6 of their last 9.
And they're in need of a good pitching performance here just to shake them out of this slump they're in. They've won just once in 5 games on this current homestand, so they're definitely going in the wrong direction.
With that, here are Terry Collins' New York Mets. Who's the one to watch, EK?
Well, I'll be keeping an eye on what that leadoff hitter can do in this one. He's been a really tough out this year, bringing an on-base percentage over 400 into the game, so I have a feeling he could be a key player in this one when it's all said and done.
I'll straighten him up there on that fastball. It's 1-2 now. Very difficult to get on top of a pitch when it's coming in that high.
Darn near impossible when it's coming at you in the high 90s. You just can't get your hands up there fast enough to stay on top.
With a moment now, let's give you a look at the Miami D. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, they know their man on the hill has more strikeouts
Time
than
to pop it
anybody
up
in the National League. Sometimes,
and the shortstop is under it to make the play, retiring the side. Mets go down 1-2-3. It's the Mets nothing. Marlins coming up. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Antonio De Jesus will get his first shot at it here. 1 for 4 with a double in the ball game last night.
Plays it first.
High and tight here to begin the inning. It's ball 1.
Trying to go front door with that breaking ball started it a little too far inside, though.
And a strike to even the count. 1-1. You have to figure that sinker's going to be an important pitch for him here this afternoon.
No question about it. Obviously, it's his ground ball pitch, so if you're a hitter, you're going to need to make him bring that pitch up a bit.
2-2 to count.
To 2-2 now. Well, time to look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Dave Lawrence.
Yeah, and Lawrence is a good umpire. I've seen him get some stares from lefty hitters before on pitches away, but maybe only a handful of times.
Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second.
Batting fifth, left fielder,
Carmen Valentin will get his first shot here. Couple of hits in 4 trips last night.
Well, this guy's hitting over 300 on the year now, and he had a good performance yesterday as well.
And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1. No score here as we play inning number 2. And he couldn't lay off there as he offers it a pitch in the dirt, and the count comes even now at 1-1. You get that feeling that'll be a pitch we see a lot of as this game goes along.
And when he's throwing that thing good, a lot of times that's where it winds up. So these guys are going to have to prove they can lay off that thing in the dirt, or they're going to keep seeing it.
And he'll step off. Ready on 1-2. Now a swing and a miss. He struck him out, and it's 2 up, 2 down to start the second. Gerald Peoples will stand in, getting the start here despite being out of the lineup last night. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1.
A lot of people think that pitch will burn straight down, but it will work back a little bit towards righties, like that one did right there.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
Oh, and he's sure got a good one, doesn't he? That ball goes from about knee-high to ankle-high in the matter of about 5 feet.
Fastball. Whoa, look out. That just about got him in the coconut. Now this pitch sails up and in, and that leaves him muttering to himself. It's ball 2. I think he took a little exception to that location.
Yeah, and so would I if I was down there. If you want to work inside, that's fine. But once you get up over the letters and closer to my head, now we're talking about a different story.
And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2. Hit hard on the ground to the right. And a leap over at first, but he comes down with his foot on the... Hoffman leads it off here. Bottom third of the order set to go here in the third.
Well, he's faced the minimum so far, and obviously it's still early, but they need to get something going because you can't let this guy settle in out there.
Swinging a liner back through the box. And that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
Batting 8.
Set to get his day started, Brian Navarre. And it's been a real struggle for him with the bat so far this year, looking to get things turned around in a hurry. First pitch is a sinker, too low, 1-0. Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike 1. Foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2. They try to come in with a fastball, but it's too far in, and it's even at 2-2.
Well, that two-seam fastball ran a little too much off the plate, but now that sets him up to work with something away and maybe even an off-speed pitch.
Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Full count. Here it comes. And that misses for ball 4, and it's first and second now with nobody out. Coming to the plate now, Joshua Bench, and he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here.
Oh, and it's so important to take advantage of these kind of opportunities early in a ball game. It can change the entire complexion of the game if you can put the other guys on their heels right away.
Jermaine Smith will get a second shot now. He grounded out to start the ball game. Starts him with a good rising fastball there for strike 1.
There's not a whole lot of conviction in that swing. It was almost like an afterthought, like an emergency hack.
And he comes back with a fastball, 1-2 now.
Just no chance to pull the trigger on that one. It just got on him too fast.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. The catch is made deep in the alley, and here comes the runner from third. And they're not going to get him. He's in there at the plate.
Well, that's all he's hoping to do right here. Just get that thing airborne and get that first run of the game home. He does his job, picks up the RBI.
Juan Batista is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. Chop foul at the plate, strike 1. Here comes the 0-1. And this catches the inside corner. Good spot there. It's 0-2.
And now 0-2 here. This is where you need to expand the zone. If it's close, you got to let it fly.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. At the plate, Big Dog Bobo, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one.
Big Dog Bobo.
Come on, big guy. Stay hot up there.
Drilled right back up the middle, and that finds its way through for a base hit. And the screen shows the story right there, as that hitting streak will live to see another day.
Boy, I'll tell you what, this is really amazing, and everybody's looking at this now. It gets harder and harder to do when people are paying
21
attention.
game hitting streak. Yeah.
Christopher
Come on,
McCauley
McCauley.
will try it again. He flied out to start the home first. Here's a looping fly ball out to right, and that'll get down for a base hit.
And a good job.
Come on,
Junior
Junior.
late stands in with 2 on and 2 out here in the third. 2 down, runners at first and
I'm going
second.
for home when you hit it.
drilled to first. Fielded cleanly, and the two-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. A golden opportunity to get on the board here goes for naught. More matinee baseball here on a Wednesday afternoon following this. David Tan is ready here as we begin the top of the fourth.
First baseman, David Tan.
First pitch is a curveball that backs him off the plate. It's ball one. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Oh, good action on the two-seamer there, and it's 1-2.
Hey, plays it first. Plays it first.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. And this is swung on and missed, and this fourth inning will start the same way he ended the third with a strikeout, and there's one away.
The batter,
Antonio De Jesus stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out.
Hey,
Sinker runs outside to start the at-bat, 1-0.
One down here, one down.
Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1.
Nope,
no offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Count 2-1.
Smoke toward the hole. To his left, Perella. Oh, and he overshoots his first baseman as it's over his head.
Well, these guys have not got off to a good start. And it's no surprise that their defense has been a big factor why. Going to need to figure this out soon because this is another play that needs to be made.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2. Good bite to that sinker as he gets him to swing through it for out number 2. Gerald Peoples stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Set to deliver the 0-1.
Nope.
Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. 1-2.
2 strike.
Bounce to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Darren Hoffman heads for the box to start off the 5th in this one.
Darren Hoffman.
Big slow breaking ball that drops in for a strike to start him out. It's 0-1.
Anytime you can throw a first pitch strike to about 60% of the batters you face or better than that, then you should get pretty good results. And we're in the middle innings in this game, so that's pretty good.
Fastball swung on and missed for the first out. Brian Navar is into the box, reached base via the walk in his first appearance. A swinging bunt out in front of the plate. Wright is up with it. Throw gets him 2 down.
Now batting.
Now to the plate, Joshua Bench. He successfully laid down a sac bunt in his last plate appearance. There's a good fastball on the outside corner as he'll take a look at strike 1.
Hey, now we got 2.
Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to...
Well, the first baseman is under it to make the play, and that retires the...
Hey, get your pitch up there.
In now, big dog Bobo. He singled his last time up.
And I think we mentioned it already, but that extended his hitting streak. Swinging a hot bat right now.
Swung on and missed that time. It's 0-1.
Well on his way to another good inning right here, and you see the pitch count. It's not even close to being a factor just yet.
Line drive to left. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Well, neither offense has really made a huge impact so far, but finally maybe a little sign of life. He drives this ball for 2 bases.
So stepping in, number 18, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Trying to hold the lead. Back to him, and that's off his leg. Fortunately, he's able to stick with it and get the out at first. And Jermaine Smith will dig in now as he'll lead things off for the Mets in their half of the sixth.
And guys, this is the guy you want leading off this inning. He's your leadoff man, so maybe he can get things started, set the table for a little bit of a rally.
Irizarry is under it to put it away, and it's 1 pitch, 1 out to kick off the sixth.
Juan Bautista.
And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. Well, for that man right there, only the 1 run allowed. How discouraging is that when you're pitching your heart out and you're just not getting the support?
Well, the good pitchers really don't let it get to them. They know that it cuts both ways. Sometimes you give up 5 runs and your guys score you 8. You just have to focus on holding up your end of the bargain.
Struck him out as his woes continue, as that's his 3rd strikeout of the game. David Tan will stand in now. He flew out in his first time around and then was a strikeout victim last time. Out in front of it, strike 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Line to the right side. Leaps and makes a terrific catch. Antonio De Jesus will stand in here to start the 7th. EK, it's been a pitching and defense afternoon all throughout.
Yeah, neither starter looking like he's ready to blink. Neither one of them looking all that tired just yet.
Breaking ball for a strike. 0-1. Now a cut fastball, but that doesn't threaten the zone. It's even at 1.
And if he can get himself into a fastball count, don't be surprised if he has a big cut at something.
1 and 2.
Maybe try and break this tie ball game.
And here's one that barely misses off the inside corner. 2-2. And he struck him out. Good pitch there as he registers his 8th punch out of the ball game.
And if you're a fan of pitching, this has been the game for you. I mean, these 2 guys have both been exceptional so far. Just 2 runs allowed between both of them. Of course, makes the broadcasters awfully happy because this game has flown by.
Carmen Valentin comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. Sinker, 1 ball, 1 strike. And now the Marlins bullpen will swing into action as a lefty and a right-hander start to get loose. Now a cutter, but that's in the dirt for a ball. Rocket to third, but quick hands over there at third as he takes it for the 2nd out.
Now batting, the center fielder,
Gerald Peoples will stand in again. A couple of groundouts for him on the ledger in his 2 trips so far.
Ball 1.
Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1. Very weakly on the ground, but that one rolls foul. 1 run, just 1 hit, and no errors on the Mets line score so far.
You got 2 balls.
Very high, 2-1.
Well, one thing we've seen from this guy on the mound so far, when he makes bad pitches, they typically miss out of the strike zone. They don't miss in the zone where they can be crushed.
Froze him for strike 3, and that retires the side. Down in order go the Mets. Still tied 1 apiece. Big dog Bobo will buy himself another at-bat, and in turn he'll get himself a nice little ovation for the work he's turned in on the mound so far.
He's been great. This is an appreciative crowd. They like what they've seen, and I don't blame them.
Hey, come on, baby. See it.
In the air to center field, and deep back is the center fielder. Back he goes, but this is going to be a home run. Two-run shot to straightaway center. 6th home run on the season for him as the Marlins have opened up a 4-1 lead.
How's this for a welcome to the ball game? 1 pitch and see you later. I've got a feeling that's not what the manager had in mind.
Darren Hoffman will stride forward to lead it off, and I'd imagine he'll do so with some tired legs after being out in the field for that last half inning.
Yeah, that was a killer. He could probably use a minute or two on the bench, but he gets pressed right back into action here.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike one. Oh, can't spot the cutter any better than that. 0-2 now. I'll tell you, he's been living on that corner all afternoon.
And you can tell, guys at the plate, they're starting to get frustrated. He just hasn't made many mistakes at all. And when he has, they've been out of the zone.
Drilled to the right side. A dive, but he can't get a glove on it. It's through for a base hit. Brian Navarre will stand in, and he, like so many others, hitless in the ballgame so far.
Well, we've been talking about it a lot, but this offense is just getting shut down right now.
That's a ball.
We've seen some really fantastic pitching in this one.
First pitch is a sinker, too low, 1-0.
You've got to wonder if fatigue's becoming a bigger factor here to start the eighth.
Chop foul over towards the dugout.
Hey, nobody out now, nobody out.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
And this is where a guy who's been around a long time knows, hey, we're not going to make up the difference with just one swing. It's going to take base runners. So that's a good job of being really patient at the plate.
And he struck him out. The 10th victim set down on strikes thus far.
This is just an excellent pitch right here. Location right at the bottom of the strike zone. And if you don't get him to swing through it, hopefully he's going to hit that ball on the ground somewhere, and you'll get ground ball outs. But they'll take that strikeout for out number 1.
Junior Reyes will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. And he'll try to hold back on the pitch inside, but he pretty clearly broke the plane that time. It's strike 2. 1 run, 2 hits, and no errors on the Mets line score so far.
1 ball, 2
That's
strikes,
inside and low. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
You got to be careful with that inside location on 0-2. The last thing you want to do is hit him.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Ready with his 100th pitch of the ball game, and he fights this one off here to foul it off to the left, and that holds the count at 1-2. Another foul ball, and this battle will continue. A ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. Now a swing and a miss, maybe even a foul tip, but it's held onto behind the plate for out number 2.
Well, you know he's going to be happy to finally come away with that strikeout, but he's so deep into the start right now, and you hate to burn through that many pitches on one hitter as he did right there. Those at-bats, they seem to take a little bit more energy out of you later in the game than maybe back in the first or second inning.
Jermaine Smith will stand in for the 4th time now, still looking for his first hit of the ball game.
And he's not the only one either. This has been a great pitching performance so far, and they've had these guys chasing their tails all game long.
And he falls behind now, 2-0. Down low, and the plot thickens here, 3-0.
Now that he's worked it to 3-0, he's got a couple of free pitches here to pick out one he really likes.
And this is taken here for ball 4. Just the 2nd walk he's allowed into his 8th inning of work. Juan Bautista stands into the box. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. First pitch is a sinker, too low, 1-0. Bullpen working behind him, but you know this guy does not want to give up the baseball.
And he never does. I just don't think that's in his mentality.
And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. 2 left for the Mets. They trail big. It's 9-1. Daniel Kalum come on now in a mop-up role as he'll just try and keep this deficit from growing any larger. Big Dog Bobo gets an opportunity here for a 4th plate appearance this afternoon, and well, he's really earned it. Action in the Mets bullpen now. It's both a lefty and a right-hander that start to throw. Oh, and he gets a hold of this one as it's in the air to deep left. Does he have another one? He does. It's another home run. A solo shot here to left. His second home run of the game as they've pushed this lead up to 9 now.
Whatever these guys are putting in their pregame meal, you can be darn sure they're getting the same setup tomorrow. That's 5 home runs as a team now. I mean, these guys are feeling it up there.
David Tan will stand in now to begin their half of the 9th in a game that was decided long ago.
Yeah, this is mop-up time out there right now. But, hey, these at-bats still count against your batting average, so you can't go up there and just mail it in. You've got to see this through right to the end of the game.
Shot fouled over towards the coaching box. Trying to strike him out for the second time. On the ground to the left side. To his left, Gold. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway. Antonio De Jesus will stand in now, hoping to get on track as they've been able to neutralize his power out of the cleanup spot. 0 for 3 thus far. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1.
You know, he pitched a really nice ball game to this point, but this is a big moment for him. And getting through the heart of this order at this stage of his outing would be huge.
Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
Oh, you like the way this guy is just going about his business here. He's got a big lead, but he's pitching like it's a tie game here in the 9th.
And he won't offer it that. Too high. 1-2.
Yeah, that's a good spot to miss against a guy like this. He loves that pitch up in the zone. Most power hitters do, so that's not a bad idea to give him one above the letters.
Late making contact on that swing, and will do it again on 1-2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Such a good at-bat right here. When you can grind out 7, 8 pitches against a guy that's running short on gas, that can be huge. Got him.
As he just continues to mow down these hitters. 13 strikeouts now.
And he's having a rough go of it so far. His second strikeout of the ball game. You can see him gesturing that he thinks that pitch was outside, but you know, I think once he gets a look at it in the clubhouse, he'll probably change his tune.
Carmen Valentin is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. And there's a called strike 2 as now they're down to their final strike this afternoon.
Now you can't take any more pitches like that. You don't like it, you got to at least try and fight it off.
Now a swing and a miss on a pitch that tied him up in knots, and the ball game is over.
Yeah, just 2 hits were all they could muster off of him. He was in complete control from the start of this game, and he finished it off in style too.
One more look at the final line score there to see the great pitching performance that led his guys to the victory. Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, really a dominating performance out there. Look at all the strikeouts. I mean, they just couldn't touch him.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones and tablets out and head over to theshownation.com. The Marlins win it 10-1. both teams getting their final warm-ups in as we welcome you back to the MLB pregame show. First pitch of Game 2 in our series is right around the corner. But before we turn that corner, here is our Topps player spotlight. Big Dog
It's terrible. I have my
Bobo
microphone
is
muted.
in the glow. And what a dominant performance he put together in his last start. He had opposing batters off balance throughout and racked up a boatload of strikeouts.
Had 2 home runs that game.
He just looked like he was really in control out there. And you know, sometimes you can tell a guy is going to dominate from the moment he sets foot on the rubber.
What's up, Animal Life?
Confidence, and their body language kind of says, "You ain't touching me today."
All right,
play the
guys
Twins.
and I will be back to get this one started on the show right after this. Tuesday night baseball now from the home of the Twins, Target Field in Minneapolis. Tonight, Game 2 of this 3-game interleague
I got
series
traded to the
between
Marlins.
the Miami Marlins and the Minnesota Twins. First pitch of a great pitcher's duel is coming up next.
Bryant Kalita.
And here's how the visiting Miami Marlins will line up in this one. Eric, who stands out to you?
Well, I'll be keeping an eye on what that leadoff hitter can do in this one. He's
having
having a really nice season with the bat, sporting a slugging percentage over 500, so there's a good chance he'll have some sort of impact offensively in this one.
Bryant Kalita is on the mound for Game 2. Eric, any thoughts?
He didn't get too bad of an ERA, to be honest with you.
Batting average
2.84. That's not
outstanding. It's
like
under
2 runs a
200,
game.
so he's really dominated the offense thus far.
Rafael Rios comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Right fielder, Rafael Rios.
Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1.
What's up, Darwin?
Darvin? As they begin play here tonight. They came out on the losing end last time out and are in a bit of a skid. In fact, they've lost 7 of their last 10.
Yeah,
lead off hit.
It's
never a good sign.
And of the road trip last time out.
It's 77 innings pitched, exactly.
Still, plenty of time to turn that around, though.
Michael Brantley still plays for Minnesota.
Michael Brantley will stride in now. 2 hits for him.
I was excited when they acquired him when I played for Minnesota.
That was a good one for him, and he needed it.
Until we never made it to the playoffs.
His batting average on the year ain't pretty.
That's when I started requesting a trade. What's this guy doing over here?
And he misses with it, 1-1. Now, people describe this guy as throwing a heavy sinker. Would you guys agree with that assessment?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's hard to explain why that's the case, but it's true. When you run into a guy with a good sinker and lots of movement on it, it just feels like you're hitting a bowling ball. The ball just doesn't go anywhere.
And set up behind the plate is Kenny Jansen as you see the rest of the umpiring crew there.
Ooh, got Brantley looking.
There is some feeling that Jansen can struggle occasionally with pitches on the corners. I've seen both hitters and pitchers be confused by his calls on the black and time.
Minnesota's lineup ain't that much better.
A chance now from Target Field to take a look at the Twins lineup in this one. EK, any thoughts?
Well, they gotta love the production they're getting out of their leadoff hitter right now. He is such a clutch hitter for this ball club. His average with runners in scoring position is up over 400 on the year, so expect him to cash in if he gets a chance.
Runners on first with 1 down. Ground ball sent back up the middle. The second for 1.
Double play.
On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Michael Franco will stand in. He comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game.
Well, it seems like it's going from bad to worse. He had a bad day yesterday, and he's hitting under 200 in his last 10.
And this is low, ball 1. Belted high and deep into right center. Aquino going back on it, but he has no chance to make the play. It's off the wall. Around second, he'll try for third, and he will make it all the way to third now as that mistake proves a costly one indeed. So a struggle that time for him in center field, and as a result, he'll be tagged with the E8 on the play. Cut fastball taken for strike 1. Can't spot the cutter any better than that. Nothing in 2 now.
And now this is where you can be just a little bit more selective as a pitcher. You're looking for the strikeout. You certainly don't have to throw a strike in either of the next 2 pitches.
Sit down.
So you got to see if you can get him to chase.
And with a quick breather here, let's give you a look at the Miami D. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, guys, this is one of the better defenses in all of the league. Very few clubs commit fewer errors than this one. I expect them to be sound in this game.
Very weakly on the ground. Foul ball, however, strike 1. Cutter, and that's a called strike 2.
2 strikes.
He got him, and it'll probably take a base hit now to get that runner across from third.
Yeah, and that's a big second out right there, and that's going to keep that runner anchored over their third base. So they may wind up not getting that first run across after all.
21 RBIs.
Kenny Vargas will stand in now as we take a look there at his splits between April and May. Lays off 1-0. Chop foul at the plate, strike 1. 1-1, here it is. Hit the target, but this is low, 2-1.
This is a guy up there that's not hitting a ton right now, but he can still work the count. And that alone can be beneficial to an offense.
Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. Right is there, and he puts this one away for the third out. So Carlos Sanchez will stand in for the first time now, and he's got that average up over the 300 mark to begin play.
And that is huge for him, too. This is a contract year for him, so he'd love to take those great numbers straight to the negotiating table.
Hits the bottom of the strike zone here with the sinker, strike 1. Called strike 0-2.
And against a guy like this, you're usually only going to get 1 pitch to hit in that bat. Sometimes you might not even get that, so that's one he may want back.
Now a swing and a miss as he picks up another one. Make it 4 strikeouts already, and there's your first out.
The shortstop.
Jorge Polanco will get his first opportunity here, and that average is certainly not where he wants it, down in the 220s to begin the ball game.
Well, he's been scuffling through this year, but over the last 10 games he's been good, hitting over 350.
And he falls behind 0-2. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate.
Plays it 1 here.
This is line to left.
Damn it.
That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Cut it.
Rafael Rios will stand in. He singled to lead off the home first.
Yeah, they tried to sneak a fastball by him. He was having none of it.
0-1.
Be interesting to see if they try to go at him again with the hard stuff.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. And I believe they'll say he broke the plane, as yes he did. It's ruled a strike. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. And this is swung on and missed. His 5th strikeout already, and there are 2 gone in the inning.
All right, let's give you a better look here at this 4-pitch sequence on show track. You'll see him get ahead early by working the outer half of the plate. All 3 pitches on the outer half. Then they come on the inner half for pitch number 4, and he's got no answer.
Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Lays off that time, and it's 1-2.
Not a real good 0-2 there. You don't necessarily want it in the zone, but you do want to at least give him something to think about.
Just trying to freeze him with the fastball there. Pretty close. It's 2-2.
Boy, that's a good take there. I don't think I could have laid off that one.
Trying to strike him out for the second time. This one misses, and that'll fill the count here. 3-2 with 2 away.
And now 3-2, 2 out. He'll be helped by the fact that that runner will get a head start out there.
And this pitch misses for ball 4. So that's going to move a runner into scoring position now with 2 away. Alex Perez will stand in for a second time here as he swings and misses there. It's 0-1.
And that's what he needed here with 2 outs.
He couldn't afford to fall behind another guy here in the inning, so that's a good job to jump in that driver's seat with strike one.
And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. Breaking ball snaps in there for a called strike two.
Oof. What a time to call on that.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Michael Franco is set to lead us off in the home half of the fourth inning. First delivery to him on the way. Big curveball swung on and missed. 0-1.
Boy, we're well into this ball game now, and he's thrown 70% first pitch strikes to all the hitters he's faced. And when you can get ahead, your results are going to turn out well.
And he looks at a called strike three as the cut fastball's in there, and that's out number one. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Darryl Stapleton. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Cut fastball in there for a called strike. No runs, 3 hits, and no errors in the ball game for Minnesota. Lifted in the air to center. Aquino is back, and he'll get there to make the play for route number 2. George Harris is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. Lifted the other way to left center.
Was it easy inning
for it? Aquino. And that's the third out. Down go the Twins in order. Through 4. Still tied. 0-0. Vargas comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the 5th.
Well, they still don't have any runs on the board yet, so getting this leadoff man on base would be huge.
Go right now, fellas, right now.
All right. We got no runs. Bottom of the 5th.
Below the knees, 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch count there, 1 pitch into his 5th inning of work. Not much of a concern, I wouldn't imagine.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. He
Becoming
hasn't had
one now.
real overtaxed innings, so he should be fine for the time being.
I got 2-1.
And there's the first strike, 2-1. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. A quick out number 1.
Up next for Minnesota,
Carlos Sanchez comes to the plate looking to put the ball in play. He went down on strikes last time. And he lays off there, 1-0. Perhaps a little low there. It's 2-0.
After the strikeout his first time around, I think he was able to use that first at-bat as a learning experience. Those have both been real good takes.
Gone! A solo shot here to straightaway right field as the Twins take a 1-0 lead. Jorge Polanco is next as he finds himself behind 0-1.
And you know, this is a guy that loves the ball down and in. It's one of the locations he really covers well, so they're going to want to mix their spots here.
1 run, 4 hits, and no errors in the ball game for Minnesota. And he struck him out. Strikeout number 8 now in the ball game.
That's the way you want to see guys respond after giving up a home run. You know, some guys, they go into a shell, they hang their heads. Some guys get a little gun shy, they start to nibble at the corners. This guy, he gets teed off, and he comes right after the next guy in the lineup. If I'm a pitching coach, that's what I want to see.
Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Throws him for strike 3, and that retires the side. Michael Brantley will stand in now to lead things off in the Minnesota 6th.
Fielder, Michael Brantley.
And a fastball close, but ultimately ruled a ball, 1-0. Well, for that man right there, only the 1 run allowed. How discouraging is that when you're pitching your heart out and you're just not getting the support?
Well, the good pitchers really don't let it get to them. They know that it cuts both ways. Sometimes you give up 5 runs and your guys score you 8. You just have to focus on holding up your end of the bargain.
And he struck him out. The 10th victim set down on strikes thus far.
Right. And in the first 2 games of this series, he's already struck out a total of 4 times now. You get to where you just hate taking that walk back to the dugout. I'll tell you, it's a very frustrating feeling.
Alex Perez is in for the 3rd time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1. For that man right there, you need look back only to his last start to see a performance like the one he's shown here so far.
And well on his way to another great outing. And that's what you get when you mix your speeds and throw a lot of strikes.
Slap hard the opposite way, but this will hang up just enough as he takes it in stride in left center for the 2nd out. Into the box, Maikel Franco. He got called out on strikes his last time through. And he catches the inside corner for a called strike. 0-1.
A lot of people think that pitch will burn straight down, but it will work back a little bit towards righties, like that one did right there.
2 out, nobody on. And another foul ball. Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Darryl Stapleton steps into the box as the leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the 7th.
Darryl Stapleton.
Now a swing and a soft liner, but foul. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. 1-1 pitch is a sinker taken for a strike. 1-2.
And this isn't the first guy that's been frozen by that pitch tonight. He's had a lot of guys shaking their heads so far.
And a half swing that time, but it's a full swing in the eyes of the umpire, and that'll be the 1st out of the inning.
You know, it seems like every time we check these out in show motion, it always looks like the bat breaks the plane. Look here, sure enough, I don't think he holds up in time. Looked to me like that was the right call.
Standing in now, George Harris, as he'll take strike 1 on the inside corner.
He's done a really good job of kind of getting ahead of hitters here by throwing first pitch strikes to 70% of the batters he's faced, and that's why he's doing so well.
Throw gets him. 2 down.
Now batting.
Kenny Vargas will stand in now, hoping to get on top of one for a change. He's popped out in successive plate appearances.
0-1.
A little tardy there. No balls and a strike. Yet again, another first pitch strike.
And it's a big reason of why he's having the success he is. You establish the count in your favor right away, and it just opens up the door to so many more options going forward.
Frozen on the fastball. Never had a chance, and the inning is over. Down go the Twins in order, but they're up 1-0. Digs in to lead off the bottom of the 8th inning.
And no runs from my team.
Sanchez.
And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike. 0-1. Well, that man right there is into his 8th inning of work now. Any concerns going forward?
Well, I think the only thing you have to worry about is that pitch count you see right there. Other than that, he's earned the right to stay out there. Usually the other team will tell you when you're starting to get tired.
Chop foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Struck him out and made it 14 punch-outs now in the game.
Well, we've talked about it already, but this has just been an absolutely dominating performance out there. That's 14 strikeouts.
Into the box now, Jorge Polanco.
We got one out here.
Batting left-handed here as he takes a look at strike one.
All right, come on now.
Chop foul right at home plate. Bases are empty, one man out. This is pulled into right. And that's in for his second hit of the afternoon.
Coach gonna take me out.
Rafael Rios stands in. Was locked up on strike 3 in his last trip. And that's in there for a strike. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. On the ground up the middle. Flip of his glove for one. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. One hit.
What
Downtown St. Paul there, not far from us here at Target Field as we're set to begin the 9th inning in this one.
And it took me out. Twins win. Get my second loss of the season. Wonderful.
Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, a little unfortunate.
Team didn't get a single run. I gave up a solo homer. Pitch command. Bullseye. Not a ring. Not a ring. Ring. Oh, bullseye. Ooh, got the outer ring. Outer ring. Ah. Got it. Doesn't matter now. Last one's going to be a curveball. Bullseye! Nope, another two-seamer. Wasn't a 3600, but it's still a gold. Yeah. Phillies, 27 and 24. George Springer, Carlos Reagan. We got a frozen Freddie Hernandez and a bunch of nobodies other than Kenny Mathiason's falling apart. He was a 99 to start the season. He's already dropped to a 96. 19 and 31. I'm up to a 1.1 ERA because I gave up one run. Damn it. Still not bad.
This is the MLB pregame show, and I'm Matt Vasgersian, and as we draw nearer to the first pitch of Game 1 in the series, we'll give you the latest installment of our Topps Player Spotlight. Big Dog Bobo is our man to watch.
Oh, yeah. Good time to give me an award on the loss.
NL side. MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball brings us to the great state of Florida and Marlins Park in Miami. A Memorial Day get-together for you here at the ballpark between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Miami Marlins. Who's going to win the battle between these two? We'll see next. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Tap fouled at home plate. On its way, the 0-2 pitch. And a good pitch there as this is swung on and missed for the first out of the ball game. Time now for a glance at the Phillies batting order in this one. Who stands out to you, EK?
Well, they got to love the production they're getting out of the leadoff.
293, 266.
He sports a batting average with runners in scoring position
over
over 300, so you could say he relishes in those big moments. We'll see if that's the case in this one.
Got a better lineup than we do.
Kaiser will stand in now, and as you take a look at the splits, his numbers compare unfavorably once he leaves the comforts of home. First offering to him stays upstairs. It's a ball and no strikes. This Marlin Ball Club era Karros, as they begin play here tonight, they come in winners of 2 straight and looking to get things turned around in what hasn't been all that amazing a stretch for them.
Yeah, and you look back to that last game, you'll take production like that anytime you can get it. It makes a starter's life easier. Heck, it makes your whole staff breathe easier.
Throw gets him. 2 down.
Batting third, the right fielder,
George Springer will stand in, and as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against the southpaws than he does against right-handers. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
And that's about where he'll sit with that fastball, 93, 94. And that's plenty hard enough to blow it by guys when you need to.
That's 21. Over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. You got to figure that man right there would be more than happy to see this guy at the plate taking his swings with 2 out and nobody on all night long.
So put the guy on the mound.
And there are the umpires working this one. Calling balls and strikes is Mr. Patrick Johnson. And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Julian Benitez will get his first opportunity here, and as you can see, he's got that average up over the 290 mark to begin play.
Well, he's been hitting really well over his last 10 games or so, and he's someone to watch out for in this one.
Hey, we got nobody, no one down here.
Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And he wastes a fastball high there, 1-2.
All right, so he sort of wasted one up right there. Now I think we'll see a breaking ball down in the zone, trying to get him to swing and miss. Got him.
And this is why, as a hitter, working the count in your favor is so important. I mean, here, this is probably a ball, but you can't risk taking this pitch on 1-2 and hope that you get the benefit of the umpire's call. You pretty much have to swing at it, even though you probably wouldn't have been able to do much with it in the first place.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
He's found a pretty nice rhythm out here early on.
Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2.
Well, it's been something of a strikeout fest here to start this game off. Already 4 strikeouts now in the first 5 batters. Now that's going to be a tough pace to keep up.
Chop foul over towards the coaching box. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he won't offer it that. Too high. 1-2.
Well, you know, when you're behind an account like this, it's all about changing your approach at the plate. You got to shorten up a little bit and just look to put the ball in play.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Cesar Hernandez leads it off here. Bottom third of the order set to go here in the third. Into the windup and the pitch. Hits the bottom of the strike zone here with the sinker.
What's up, Carmine? Carmine.
Plays it first.
Chop foul right at home plate. Too high.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
1-2.
Hey, no outs here.
On the ground to third.
That was a bad
Hernandez
pitch.
gloves it. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third.
Lost that strikeout.
Batting 8, shortstop.
Claudio Ayala will get his first opportunity. Just 1 for 4 yesterday, although his one hit was a triple.
Yeah, that was a good one for him, and he needed it because, as you can see, his batting average on the year ain't pretty.
That was a good
Throw
one
gets
pitch
him
out.
2 down.
Batting 9,
Chris Sparrow digs in with his team still looking at a 0 in the hit column.
Yeah, they just haven't been able to figure it out yet, but it's still early.
Wow.
We're seeing some pretty good pitching so far in this game.
Hey, now we've got 2.
And a strike to even the count. 1-1.
Right back inside with a fastball. This time, he got the call.
I got the
Ball
count.
and 2 strikes the count now with the bases empty and 2 away.
Oh, and he's sure got a good one, doesn't he? That ball goes from about knee-high to ankle-high in the matter of about 5 feet.
Got him swinging, and
Got
that
him.
will end the inning. Make it 9
Thank you.
straight
He's
here to start the ball game.
Kluber.
We'll
Corey
head now to the
Kluber.
home half of inning number 3, and we are tied. The pitcher, Big Dog Bobo,
Hey,
steps
it's
up to the
my
plate in a
turn to
sacrifice
bat.
situation. So let's
I
see
got
if that
a
is
runner
indeed on right
on.
here.
Oh my!
Textbook sack situation.
Throw me
here,
a
guys.
fastball, boy. Throw me a fastball.
Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. No one out with a runner at second.
Stay hot right now. Stay hot.
Swing, line drive.
Yeah, buddy.
That's going to be trouble. Around third and being waved on home. And the run is in to score from second. It's a 2-0 ball game.
RBI.
And he will pull into second with an
Thank
RBI
you.
double. And the screen
Boom.
shows the story
22
right
game
there,
hitting
as that
streak.
hitting streak will live to see another day.
Boy, I'll tell you what, this is really amazing, and everybody's looking at this now. It gets harder and harder to do when people are paying attention.
Jake
Got
Marisnick
myself a 2-run
will
lead
stand
now.
in here. He was set down on strikes to start the home first. Runner goes for third to first.
Right here, easy,
to his
easy.
right, Campos. And it's a productive first out as that runner's able to advance 90 feet up to third here.
Got a steal.
Now batting.
Jose Perella digs in now with 2 already home and a potential third waiting in the wings only 90 feet away.
Well, runs often come in bunches, Matty, and we're going to have to see if that's the case right here. They've got a chance at a big inning.
Skied in the air to straightaway left. Kida is there. Let's see if they test it. They'll make it in to score. It's a sac fly and an RBI, and it's now a 3-0 ball game.
Well, nobody's going to confuse this guy with Miguel Cabrera or Chris Davis, but with the runner on third, he doesn't have to hit the ball out of the ballpark. Just has to get one deep enough out there to deliver that run.
Charles Regan
38,
is
Carmine.
ready here as we begin the top of the fourth.
And, guys, this is the guy you want leading off this inning. He's your leadoff man, so maybe he can get things started, set the table for a little bit of a rally.
First pitch of the inning is taken downstairs for a ball. It's 1-0. Looks at a sinker there that drops in 1-1.
Count 1-1. Hey, no outs here.
A good action on the two-seamer there, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, kind of a late decision to swing there. Even if he hits that thing, that might just be a routine fly to right.
Oh, and there's the good curveball as he's set down on strikes for the second time here tonight. Well, it's still early, but it's also worth noting that he'd be in line for the win if this keeps up as we take a look at the league leaders in games won this season.
Well, it's just business as usual for him, Matt. He leads the National League in that category. And pitching wins, they just aren't as celebrated these days as they once were. But I'll tell you, if you're leading the league, you're one of the best pitchers around. We'll see if he can hold on and add another win to his total in this one.
Chop foul at the plate, strike one. Slapped hard the opposite way. He gets dirty, but he can't make the play. It's a base hit.
And you check this out. This is on the inside part of the plate, but he still is able to take it to the opposite field. I'll tell you, that is bat control at its finest right there.
Oh, and he hung him a curveball there, and he's going to live to regret it as this ball is going to wind up well over the wall in left field. A long home run.
Wow. That was gone quick.
It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. 8th home run on the season for him. And the Phils have cut it to a 3-2 game now.
Oh, man, that was close.
Standing in now, Julian Benitez. As he'll take a look at ball one. 2 runs on 2 hits. And no errors on the ledger for the Phillies to this point. And a breaking ball falls in there for a strike. It's 1-1.
And against a guy like this, you're usually only going to get one pitch to hit in that bat. Sometimes you might not even get that, so that's one he may want back.
1-1 pitch is a sinker taken for his strike 1-2.
You know, it's just so tough to pick out a pitch that you want against a guy like this. Everything he throws is either on a corner or moving like crazy. He's not the kind of guy that's going to give you a lot of options up there to hit.
A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. And that's low, so a good eye there as he works the count back full. Line drive to left. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. And time will be called here as the pitching coach heads out to the mound and hopefully try and settle this guy down a bit. Stepping in, Hideki Kida. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Well, at the very least, he went down hacking. Striking out is one of the many frustrations that go along with hitting, and you have to accept that it's going to happen sometimes.
And that misses downstairs for a ball, 1-1. Would you say he's not really finishing his pitches at this point?
That's a good way to put it. It looks like he's aiming a little too much, and that's not working for him.
And he struck him out. Good pitch there as he registers his 8th punch out of the ball game. Roger Campos is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. No contact on the sinker there, and he's behind 0-1.
A lot of people think that pitch will burn straight down, but it will work back a little bit towards righties, like that one did right there.
And he takes a called strike 2.
Yeah, that's just the same pitch 3 times in a row. I guess he figures, why mess with success when you get it to 1 and 2?
And he misses this one inside, and that'll run things full 3-2. And now the runners will get a head start here with 2 away.
And that's an important factor, too, because that's the tying run over there at first base. So he's likely scoring on an extra base.
Really?
And now, this ball's going to wind up out of play. And a big mistake there.
Well, this is going to prove to be a costly error because this becomes a dead ball situation. And that means that those runners automatically move up to second and third.
Into the box, Cesar Hernandez. As he'll take a tough pitch on the outside part of the plate for strike 1.
Boy, we're more than halfway through this game, and he's thrown a first pitch strike to 70% of the batters he's faced. So he's pitching very, very well right now.
Both clubs with 3 hits in the ballgame. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Throws him for strike 3, and that retires the side.
Get out of here.
So 2 runs on 3 hits, including the home run. 1 error in the inning, and 2 left. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4. It's the Marlins 3 and the Phillies 2. Leading off the inning, Claudio Ayala, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
The windup and the 0-1. And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control, 0-2.
Yeah, and it seems like he kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
Yeah, after that last swing, I would have thought they'd go right back in, but that's actually not a bad location because I doubt he was looking for something out there.
Chris Barrow comes to the plate looking to put the ball in play. He went down on strikes last time. Now big roundhouse curveball in there for strike 1.
That's one of his best pitches tonight.
5th inning of play here in a 3-2 ball game. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. 1-2. Very difficult to get on top of a pitch when it's coming in that high.
Darn near impossible when it's coming at you in the high 90s. You just can't get your hands up there fast enough to stay on top.
Mathiasen ranging into the outfield makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. Charles Regan will stand in now. A punch-out victim twice already. EK, I'll ask you because you're the one sitting next to me. Do you approach an at-bat differently when you have 2 strikeouts under your belt this early in the game?
Well, you do in the sense that whatever you did the first 2 times, it wasn't working. But I think if you start worrying too much about trying to avoid the hat trick or worse, it'll start.
Meanwhile here, this is going to be trouble out there in left center as it ought to be good for extra bases. And he's in there safely.
Oh my
He's got
God,
a
are
double.
you kidding me?
And now, this ball's going to wind up out of play. And a big mistake there. So stepping in, number 44, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. And to score is the runner from third. It's a 3-3 game. George Springer steps in to try and keep things going now with a runner at first following the RBI single. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. 0-1, here it comes. Now a swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. 0-2, here it comes. And he wastes a fastball high there, 1-2.
Well, I think that fastball is just for show there. He's not trying to throw this for a strike.
And that'll get down for a base hit.
Trying to change the eye level there. After the fastball up, they come right back with an off-speed pitch at the knees. But he stays right on it, drives it for a base hit.
Julian Benitez stands in for the third time now as he takes a look at a ball. It's 1-0. 1-0 pitch is a sinker swung on and missed, 1-1.
He's living on the edge with some of these pitches here. He gets that one by him, but he
I
might
don't
not
play
get
the
away with that a
outfield, so
second
it's
time.
not going to be
Some
possible.
action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. Has to be thinking strikeout here. A little low. It's 2-2.
You can see where they want to go to try and get him out. A lot of pitches in on the hands in this sequence. They don't want him to be able to extend.
And he got him. Minimizing the damage at just a run. The big dog Bobo comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the fifth.
Bobo, come on. Let it fly right here.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Line toward the alley in left center. Benitez is right there, one down.
And that's one of those plays where you might need to
Hideki Hida will stand in to lead things off here in the Philadelphia sixth.
Left fielder.
Lifted in the air out to left. Aquino on the move. Makes the play, one away. Roger Campos steps in. He was able to reach base thanks to an error in his last at-bat.
Yeah, still looking for his first hit of the game, so let's see if he can come through with that one right here.
Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike one. Sinker misses that time, and it's 2-1.
This is a guy up there that's not hitting a ton right now, but he can still work the count. That alone can be beneficial to an offense.
That's on the outside corner. Count 2-2. He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. Still 2-2. Fastball didn't miss by much, and it's a full count now, 3-2.
Keep in mind now, the longer this at-bat goes, the higher the likelihood that this becomes his last inning out there.
High in the air out towards shallow right. Irizarry is under it. He's got it, and there are two down now.
Third baseman number
Cesar Hernandez will try it again. He's grounded out and struck out in 2 trips.
Yep, not showing too much so far, but he's got a chance to make something happen right here. See if he can put those other ABs behind him.
Big, slow breaking ball, one that drops in for a strike.
Hey, come on now, fellas.
Good action on the sinker, 1-2. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Phillies down in order. On to the bottom of inning number 6, tied 3 apiece. Claudio Ayala is set to get us started for the late innings of this one.
Claudio Ayala.
There's a good fastball on the outside corner as he'll take a look at strike one.
Boy, it's one thing for a reliever to come in out of the pen and throw 100 miles an hour for 15 pitches or so. But he's right up there around the century mark now, and he's still throwing hard.
Ready with the 0-2. High in the air and deep to straightaway left. Aquino racing back, still going back. He's there and records the first out. Jeremy Moore will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with one gone in the inning.
Moore.
Started to go around there, but he holds up ball one.
He just about went around. He was lucky to put on the brakes when he did.
Inside corner, a ball and a strike. And he comes back with a fastball, 1-2 now. And through 6 1/3, he's about to hit the 100 pitch mark now. push to the right side.
Unreal.
And this will get through into right, and he's aboard with a single.
Yeah, and about the only drawback you have to having so many strikeouts is that it really runs that pitch count up. You can see on the graphic right here that total's starting to get up there now, so he may be getting just a little bit tired.
1-0 pitch on the way. And 2-0 as this one's taken low. You'd have to think a walk here would hasten his exit from the ball game.
Yeah, you can't let that happen. In a close game like this, you got to make him put it in play.
Chopped weakly to the left. To second for one.
Oh.
And he won't try for more than that as he's taken out pretty hard that time.
Well, this is a pretty smart decision here at second base. He's got that clock running in his head, so he knows he's about to take a shot. So at that point, why risk throwing this ball into the dugout or into the 10th row? He just absorbs the hit, and he hangs on to the baseball.
Stepping in now, Taylor Kaiser hit hard down the line. And he tries for the backhand reach at third, but he gets by the glove down the line.
All right, that's good. Cool. Oh.
Now the Marlins skipper's up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And it looks as though that's going to be all for his starter here tonight.
10.2.
Will get the ball here as he looks to get the final out in the top of the seventh.
I lost this game. For sure, he's going to give up the run.
And fellas, as always, a few guys we could have chosen from, but out of everybody, that's the man who stands out in my book. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he came through with a couple of hits, but more importantly, that big home run, which really led his guys to this victory.
So that's a wrap here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Eric Karros and Steve Lyons, and our entire...
Gave up both of those runs. Fucking believable. Way to go, Coach. I could have struck out that guy, but you took me out, and the guy gave up 2 runs. I love it. Loss, 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 loss.
Back live now on the MLB pregame show, just a few minutes away from Game 3 of the series. And while the final preparations are being made, we give you the Topps Player Spotlight. Big Dog Bobo is our subject. And, of course, he is the defending NL Cy.
Yep, perfect time to give me another NL Cy Young Award on a loss.
From the newest ballpark on the Major League landscape, there's a look inside Marlins Park in Miami. Today, Game 3 of this 4-game series between the St. Louis Cardinals and the Miami Marlins. It's Marlins baseball, and it's next on the show. Chad Mantle is in to start things off here as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. These Marlins, EK, as they take the field here this afternoon, they come into this one in need of some kind of spark to turn them around as they find themselves in the midst of a 5-game slide.
And one thing in their corner, though, is they do have their ace going here this afternoon. So if anybody can get them out of this rut they're in, this is the guy.
And now a shot of the Cardinals starting lineup is set by Mike Matheny. Steve, how do they lock up a series victory here on the road?
Well, you're going to get a heavy dose of those sinking fastballs, so you've got to look for the ball to get up in the zone. If you swing at anything down, you're going to be rolling over pitches, and it's hard to get a rally started if you're hitting into double plays all day.
Matt Adams is in with 2 away as he takes a ball 1-0. And set up behind the plate is Ricky Holiday as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
Well, kind of strangely, Holiday has a bit of a reputation for rewarding the high strike. And that can really upset the hitter sometimes because the pitcher isn't usually trying to throw it there. So we'll see if any of that shows up.
A ball and 2 strikes to count now with the bases empty and 2 away. First curveball of the day for him, and likely not the last.
No, he's got a good one. There's no doubt about that. He'll start it on the hip versus righties, and he'll backdoor.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. So a relatively routine. Ray Pryor will stand in. He, too, had 3 hits in the win last night.
Yeah, that was a good one for him, and he needed it because, as you can see, his batting average on the year ain't pretty.
And a sinker misses here. No, a called strike. I take that back. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
Well, there's no question this guy's got to be in the running for the Cy Young this year. He makes quick work with this guy on 3 pitches. That was just too easy.
Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1.
Hey, one away.
Chop foul over towards the dugout.
Salvador Perez is a multiple Gold Glove winner behind the plate, including in 2015. But he can definitely do some damage with the bat as well.
Swing and a miss as he ran that 2-seamer right by him for the second out.
Good heater right there. We'll take a look at it again on show track. Guys, that's already his 2nd strikeout of the inning, and he's done it on a minimum of 6 pitches.
Abraham Almonte will make his way in now as you get a look at his splits there on your screen. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count, 0-2.
And there's number 8. 1 away.
And he'll step off. No score here as we play inning number 2.
Nope.
Boy, tough to lay off, but he's glad he did. It's 1-2 now.
1-2.
All right, so he sort of wasted one up right there. Now I think we'll see a breaking.
Threw it right past him. A
swings
swing
at
and a
that
miss
one,
at the
though.
gas, and that
Unreal.
ends the inning. Big dog Bobo will stand in now with the bases loaded.
are
And this is
loaded.
one at bat he doesn't want to just throw away. He can really help himself here.
Yeah, hitting is not really in a lot of pitchers' DNA, but you're right. If he can find a way to just find a hole with a ground ball, that could be huge.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Here's a drive.
Oh, yeah.
Right center, and that's going to split the alley for extra bases. One run is scored. 2 runs scored. The relay throw. Low throw. And he can't handle the short hop.
Save!
And the screen shows the story right there as that hitting streak will live to see another day.
Well, I'll tell you what, this is really amazing, and everybody's looking at this now. It gets harder and harder to do when people are paying attention.
Christopher McCauley steps forward here with 3 runs already home and a potential 4th standing at third base.
Well, just about everything's gone their way so far in this frame, and another great opportunity to add to the total right here.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air, and he can't track it down. A base hit. Notch 1 in the score column as the runner from third crosses the plate. That makes it a 4-0 ball. Garen Cicchini leads it off here. Bottom third of the order set to go here in the third.
Well, he's faced the minimum so far, and obviously it's still early, but they need to get something going because you can't let this guy settle in out there.
And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. And that pitch misses in the dirt, and it's 2-0 now.
Well, it's looking like this might be their best chance to get that first base runner out there. And really, this has been one of the few guys that's even been ahead in the count.
Hitters count now. Here's the 2-1. And a good pitch there as he got him to go after one in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2.
Oh, and he's sure got a good one,
Oh.
doesn't he? That ball goes from about knee-high to ankle-high in the matter of about 5 feet.
Belted high and deep into right center. Irizarry ranging back.
Unbelievable.
And this one is
That's
gone.
3 games in a
home
row
run.
of giving up a home run.
Solo shot to right center. Home run number 5 on the year. As they get on the board, it's 4-1 now.
Come on, fellas, let's go.
Grounded fouled off to the right.
Hey, no outs now.
And he lays off for ball 1.
Well, that 2-seam fastball ran a little too much off the plate, but now that sets him up to work with something away and maybe even an off-speed pitch.
A barehanded pickup. Bases are empty here, nobody out. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Very weakly on the ground, but that one rolls foul. Still 2-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning. Well, it's still early, but it's also worth noting that he'd be in line for the win if this keeps up as we take a look at the league leaders in games won this season.
Yeah, and as we do that, Matt, it's pretty easy to find him, holding down that #1 spot in the National League here into June. And pitching wins, they just aren't as celebrated these days as they once were. But I'll tell you, if you're leading the league, you're one of the best pitchers around. We'll see if he can hold on and add another win to his total in this one.
Here's a blooper out toward left center. Lake moving to his left, and that's the second out of the inning.
The batter, number 5.
Chad Mantle is into the box for his second at-bat. He popped out into foul territory his first time up. Pitch to the plate is a sinker for a called strike 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Ball 1.
Inside.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Hey, here we go now.
Nope.
Oh, and not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1.
And he's got a little bit of work to do now to avoid that first walk.
Swinging a soft liner. A screaming base hit here, his first of the night.
Well, you know, he's shaking his head a little bit there down at first base. He knows he got a gift base hit right there. All this is a little looper. It barely even reaches the outfield grass. I don't even think it bent the grass when it hit the ground. But it's good enough to sneak by those 2 middle infielders and into center field for a hit.
2 strikes.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Matt Adams is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
Oh, ran it in on the fists. 0-1. In there, and he's in control 0-2 now.
And against a guy like this, you're usually only going to get 1 pitch to hit in that bat. Sometimes you might not even get that, so that's one he may want back.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. And that's high for a ball. It's 2-2.
And you know, this is what the good ones do. They can wait you out up there. They sort of foul pitches off. They take pitches. They make the pitcher come to you.
Boy, good cutting action to that pitch as that's the first out of the inning. Ray Pryor is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. Halfway to 100 pitches. Here it is. Hit down the third base line. This gets foul. It's 0-1.
1 out now, 1 out.
And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2.
Okay, here we go.
Chop foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Oh, and he struck him out as well, so he's carving right through the heart of this lineup as there are 2 away now. Salvador Perez stands in looking to put the bat on the ball for a change here with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. Oh, what a play in time.
Works for me.
In now, big dog
Nobody on.
Bobo. He scored after tripling in his first plate appearance. What's he got in store for us here?
And hopefully that triple is the kick that he needed to get him out of that slump that he's in. Let's see if he can keep it going now.
Drilled right back up the middle.
There we go.
Gets through, and he'll reach base again on his second base hit of the game. Striding into the box, Christopher McCauley. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat. 2 balls and a strike. Here it is. Runners on the move for second. Hit the other way out toward right field. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away.
Didn't matter. 2 out.
Leading off the inning, Abraham Almonte, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Boy, they've got some work to do here, but there's still a lot of time left in this game. So just chip away, chip away.
Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2.
He might have thought he'd be getting another dose of that curveball because he was way behind that one.
And he struck him out. Good pitch there as he registers his 8th punch out of the ball game. So this has been another fine outing for him this afternoon as we check out the league leaders in ERA.
Well, it's just business as usual for him, Matt. He leads the National League in that category. So far this year, nobody's had an answer for his stuff. He's been dominant. Not only that, but the defense behind him has been rock solid as well.
And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. A strike, and it's 2-1. And he tried to hold up that time. We'll get an appeal down to third, and no swing. It's ball 3.
One down here, fellas.
And a fastball misses there, ball 4. At the plate, Elvis Andrews. He got called out on strikes his last time through. And that's high for a ball, 1-0.
Yeah, he's not really getting on top of that curveball right now. That's going to get him into trouble if he keeps leaving it up there like that.
Runner goes for second. Pitches a cold strike. The throw might have been in time, but it's high, and it allows his man to dive in safely. 1 run, 2 hits, and no errors so far for the Redbirds. Struck him out, and he becomes the 9th strikeout victim thus far.
Now batting, the pitcher,
Ray Caruso is at the plate here as he quickly finds himself down a strike. It's 0-1. And this catches the inside corner. Good spot there. It's 0-2. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Chad Mantle to start things off as this top of the batting order hasn't found a whole lot of success so far.
In fact, just one hit between the 1, 2, 3 hitters combined. So apparently the table setters have not been getting their chores done.
And a strike to even the count. 1-1.
That is one of the best he's thrown this afternoon.
And he's keeping it down here, and that's a called strike 2. Now a swing and a fly ball. And this will fall, but it's a foul ball on his way to pitch number 75. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Yeah, 2 straight fastballs in on the hands. They haven't produced a strikeout. So now 2-2. You've got a few options here.
Chopped foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. He spoils another one, and will do it again. Chopped foul at the plate, and will do it again. Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. 3-2 now.
Well, he might have just said, look, you're going to have to take this one because you ain't fouling that one off.
Good swing just a little early, and he'll see another payoff pitch. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. Good.
Damn it.
Count remains full. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch.
Unbelievable.
Another foul ball, and this battle will continue. And he'll finally just wear him down as this one swung on and missed for the first out.
Well, right now, that fastball's been so good, he really hasn't needed any of his secondary pitches. Another good heater there.
Looks like a left-hander up and throwing now in that Marlins bullpen. Here's Jason Hayward now, as he'll take a look at ball one. A high strike there, and it's 1-1.
And you would think that this heat would start affecting him sooner or later, but it hasn't so far.
1 ball, 2
If
strikes.
anything, he's getting stronger as the day goes on.
Ready to deliver the 1-2. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Ready on 1-2. He's just rolling right now, and even dozen strikeouts for him in the ball game.
Well, so much for your number 1 and 2 guys being your table setters. I mean, they're both gone now on back-to-back strikeouts.
Matt Adams is at the plate as he takes a cold strike one. He continues to get ahead here. He's been in complete control.
I think you need to guard yourself from being over.
And he will get there to make the running play, and that will... Big dog Bobo comes to the plate now, likely due to the large cushion he has to work with on the scoreboard.
Yeah, he's got that big lead and a chance to get deeper into this ball game, but he needs to make sure he stays focused, because sometimes that competitive edge can dwindle on you a little bit when you think you're just cruising.
Hey, wait for yours here.
Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. Around first, heading for second now. And he is in the second base with a double. His third hit this afternoon.
RBI.
You know, sometimes people...
Hey, any way you can, any way you
Christopher
can. Here we go.
McCauley will stand in. He flew out his last time up. 5 runs, 8 hits, and no errors in the game for the Marlins. On the ground, softly towards second.
You're here.
Throw to first in plenty of time, and his side is retired. Ray Pryor will stand in to lead off the inning. Middle third of the lineup, 4, 5, and 6 as they try to get something going.
And this whole lineup's been pretty quiet all game long. Just the 1 run. That's it.
And now the Marlins bullpen will swing into action as a lefty and a right-hander start to get loose. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1. Big breaking ball and a beauty. 1-2.
Good curveball right there, and that just really froze him.
Just inside, not by much. It's 2-2.
Boy, that's a good take there. I don't think I could have laid off that one.
Struck him out as his woes continue, as that's his 3rd strikeout of the game.
Now batting,
Salvador Perez will stand in, and he, like so many others, hitless in the ball game so far. There's a swing and a high pop-up. Chavez is camped under this one, and that's out number 2.
center fielder number
Digging in to try it again, Abraham Almonte, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here. Hits the bottom of the strike zone here with the sinker. Strike 1. Next pitch will be number 100 for him now through 6 2/3. Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Ground ball sent back up the middle, and that's through for a hit. Garen Cicchini will stand in again as we take you back to earlier in the ball game. This one swing here has been the entire offense to this point, as this home run accounted for the only run they've tallied so far.
Nope.
And a pitch up and in, keeping him honest. 1-1.
And for all the pitches he's thrown, only 1 walk so far. That's a little bit surprising.
2 down now.
Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Starting to run out of innings here as they are unable to. Big dog Bobo will buy himself another at-bat, and in turn he'll get himself a nice little ovation for the work he's turned in on the mound so far.
He's been great.
All right,
This is an
one
appreciative
time.
crowd. They like what they've seen, and I don't blame them.
Come on, big guy.
Oh, and a hearty cut there to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Seems like they're showing a lot of faith in this guy, leaving him out there.
And I think you appreciate that as a pitcher, but sometimes when you don't have it, you don't have it. Looks like this is going to be one of those times.
Here's a swing.
There it is.
Oh, man.
Yes.
Way out of here. So a 3-run blast to straightaway left. 8th home run on the season for him as this lead got even wider.
And that also was the cycle. I have a single, a double, a triple, and a 3-run home run.
If you're going to finish off a cycle, you may as well do it with the long ball.
Yes.
You had to figure he'd be swinging for the fences when he got up there, and sure enough, he puts a charge into this one to put his name in the record books.
Elvis Andrus will stand in to start out their half of the 8th with that starter still out there, and he's definitely been a tough nut to crack.
No, he's been dominant all game long, and I think part of it is that he got himself a nice lead early on, and that's allowed him to not really worry about making a mistake. He's been free and easy the whole way through.
And this is just off the outside corner, ball 2.
Hey, we got no one.
Swing and a miss, 2-1.
No reason not to go for broke now. What do you got to lose?
Tap foul at home plate. And here's a ball in the air now, carrying a bit out toward right center. And the 8th will start with a bang, as this should be extra bases. Elvis is still going. He's headed for third. And he will make it all the way to third now, as that mistake proves a costly one indeed. Woody Francis will come off the bench in a great RBI spot, as he's got a runner at third here and nobody out. Sinker to open the AB in there for strike 1. Bullpen working behind him, but you know this guy does not want to give up the baseball.
I got it. And he never does. I just don't think that's in his mentality.
Irizarry has it, and I'd be surprised if they send the runner. A tag, and he's out at the plate, a double play. Chad Mantle will stand in now with 2 away, needing to really get something started here.
And their chances of getting back into this ball game are growing dimmer by the batter.
Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. 2 out, nobody on. Liner toward right center. And gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. Jason Hayward will stand in for the 4th time now. Still looking for his first hit of the ball game.
And he's not the only one either. This has been a great pitching performance so far. And they've had these guys chasing their tails all game long.
And it's quickly 0-2.
Hey, come on.
Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Chop foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. Ready with the 0-2. Chop foul over towards the coaching box. Swing and a miss as it's dropped behind the plate.
Unbelievable.
Up with it right.
They get the strikeout.
And not what he wanted to do there, is now they'll need 4 outs to get out of this inning. Matt Adams will stand in now, and he's been kept quiet out of the number 3 hole. Hitless in his 3 at-bats so far.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely one of the better hitters in this lineup, and that's why he's in the middle of the order. He just hasn't been able to get it going today. It happens.
Chopped foul right at home plate. Throws him for strike 3, and that retires the side. Ray Pryor will stand in now to begin their half of the 9th in a game that was decided long ago.
Yeah, this is mop-up time out there right now. But hey, these at-bats still count against your batting average, so you can't go up there and just mail it in. You've got to see this through right to the end of the game.
Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Here it comes on 0-2. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. A windup and the 0-2 pitch. swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Oh, high. Deep. That is a moonshot, folks. A long home run.
Yeah, that's great. And
A solo shot here to straightaway right field. 7 home runs for him on the year.
Good game.
Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, really a dominating performance out there.
Giving up 4 home runs in the last 4 games.
They just couldn't touch it.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show.
Yeah, 2 games.
For more, get those smartphones and tablets out and head over to theshownation.com. The Marlins win it 11-4.
Here now is our
So long from...
Started out good. And they got that solo home run in the 3rd. And yeah, wow. Trade me. Loss. Oh my God. We've won 1 game in my last 3 starts.
This is the MLB pregame show, and I'm Matt Vasgersian. And as we draw nearer to the first pitch of Game 1 in the series, we'll give you the latest installment of our Topps Player Spotlight. Big Dog Bobo is in the glow. And what a dominant performance he put together in his last start. He had opposing batters off balance.
Excuse me.
Time for baseball on the show from the bank. Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia. Tonight, the opener of a 3-game series between the Miami Marlins and the Philadelphia Phillies. Charles Regan comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
second baseman, Charles Regan.
And a first pitch sinker is over for strike 1. This Marlin ball club, Eric Karros, as they begin play here tonight, they've been in a serious tailspin of late, winning just once in their previous 10 games.
And the silver lining to that is that they do have their ace going here tonight. He's what folks used to call the stopper, the guy you turn to when you needed to break a losing streak. So it's all on his shoulders here tonight.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Got him. A moment now to check out the hometown Phil's starting lineup. Steve, what's the key for him against one of the best starters in the game?
This team strikes out more than any other team in the league. They need to put the ball in play and have some more productive at-bats.
Oh, can't spot the cutter any better than that. 0-2 now.
And I know it's your first at-bat of the ball game and you want to work the count a little, but those were 2 pretty good pitches to have a rip out.
And a good 2-strike pitch, but he misses high 1-2.
And I think that might have been a little bit of a purpose pitch right there up in the zone. Now I think he's going to come back down with something to try to get that strikeout.
And with a quick breather here, let's give you a look at the Miami D. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, guys, remember, this manager has not jumped on board with all the defensive shifts. Still that old school mentality, plays guys straight up, so we'll see how that impacts this game.
And could we see another strikeout here? It's 0-2 now. Very difficult to get on top of a pitch when it's coming in that high.
Darn near impossible.
Got him looking, and that'll do it. The inning is over. 3 up. Hideki Kida will stride in now. Back in the lineup after being limited to pinch hit duties in yesterday's ball game. A bit high there. A ball and no strikes. Well, time to look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Dave Lawrence.
I think Lawrence is pretty consistent and respected for his strike zone. He doesn't seem to miss many pitches too often.
And a strike to even the count. 1-1.
Hey,
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
He wanted to go after that one, but that's a good eye to just watch it all the way in.
3-1 now as that misses down and in. Hit hard up the middle. And the Phillies have their first hit of the ball game.
cut it right there, cut.
Cesar Hernandez will stand in here with a runner at first to start the inning. Now, I know both of you are more familiar with the art of hitting as opposed to the art of pitching. Like this, who do you think this favors?
Well, I think it favors the pitcher. I know they're going to argue, well, the grip, but the ball doesn't carry on wet nights. So if I'm out there, I'm saying, look, pitcher advantage.
Watches a fastball right there for strike 1.
Yeah, and in a good hitter's park like this one, it's going to be even more important than usual to keep that fastball. That's right where he's got to be living.
No,
And a dive, but he's back in. Nobody out, runner on first. Late decision to swing that time, and as a result, it's 0-2. Looks like he employed the slide step on that last pitch.
Well, maybe you see a little cat and mouse game going between the pitcher and the runner right now. We'll see who wins this duel.
Now a swing and a miss as he picks up another one. Make it 4 strikeouts already, and there's your first out.
The shortstop.
Claudio Ayala will dig in, and this season certainly has to him as he enters play with the average down in the 230s.
Well, he's been hitting really well over his last 10 games or so, and he's someone to watch out for in this one.
On couldn't lay off the pitch inside. It's 0-1.
Yeah, kind of a late decision to swing there. Even if he hits that thing, that might just be a routine fly to right.
0-2.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
Boy, he just looks like he's swinging underwater, way behind those first 2 pitches.
Lays off that time, and it's 1-2.
Well, I think that fastball is just for show there. He's not trying to throw this for a strike.
Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. And that misses 2-2. Bottom of the second here with no score. And this is swung on and missed. His 5th strikeout already, and there are 2 gone in the inning.
Wow.
Well, so much for being thrown out of rhythm by that leadoff single. Doesn't seem to have affected him one bit. Come back with the 2 straight strikeouts, and now he's turned things around in this inning.
Hector Sanchez stands in as he swings and misses for strike 1.
Doing a good job right there of tying him up inside. Got in on his hands that time before he could get that barrel through the zone.
Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. Froze him for strike 3, and that retires the side. Big Dog Bobo set to lead off the third. 9-1-2 due up.
Well, you know it's always a tough inning when your pitcher leads off for you because most of the time the guys just flat out can't hit. But who knows? Maybe he can get something started here and help himself out.
Come on now, get the pitch up there.
Lifted into the air out towards center field. Hicks is under it.
Popped out.
1 down. Aaron Hicks will stand in, and he wasn't much of a factor yesterday as he took an 0 for 4 in the loss.
Well, guys, he's really been scuffling lately, hitting under 250 over his last 10 games. So he's going to be looking to turn this thing around sometime soon.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2. And they just can't touch him right now as this is swung on and missed. 7 punch outs now, and there's 1 away.
Well, right now he is just carving them up. Dare I say, like a Thanksgiving turkey? That's 7 strikeouts already, and he's made it look easy so far.
Richie Burnside is next as he finds himself behind 0-1.
Oh, that's a thing of beauty right there.
Now a ball hit in the air, but in play perhaps down the line. And this will fall, but it's a foul ball. High pop-up. Perella is there for it. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
The batter,
Charles Regan will stand in here. He was set down on strikes to start the home first.
Yeah, as bad as he looked on that breaking ball his first at-bat, he's going to see nothing but breaking balls in this one.
McCauley is going to have room out there as he puts this away. Roger Campos is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
Well, they still don't have any runs on the board yet, so getting this leadoff man on base would be huge.
Here's a 2-seamer inside to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. Chop foul at the plate, strike 1. Down low, 2 balls and a strike.
Well, this is a guy up there that's not hitting a ton right now, but he can still work the count. That alone can be beneficial to an offense.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. A little late with the swing, but he stays alive. Still 2-2. Now a swing and a fly ball. Lake on the move, and this will wind up a foul ball. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. And he can only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at-bat.
Well, this is the 2nd time he struck out so far, and this is a type of ball game where, you know, it's wet out, the field's slippery, it's a little muddy. Who knows what can happen if you just put the ball in play?
George Springer is at the plate as he watches ball 1. Big, slow breaking ball, one that drops in for a strike. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. Swing and a miss as he ran that in on him. A ball and 2 strikes.
But this is the thing that's so impressive about this guy. He'll show you that good breaking ball, but then he'll run that fastball up the ladder at 92, 93.
Hideki Kita stands in looking to put the bat on the ball for a change here with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. And he runs it in on him and gets him to swing through it for strike 1. Oh, he had him fooled there. No balls and 2 strikes.
Oh, and he's sure got a good one, doesn't he?
Threw it right past him. A swing and a miss at the gas, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. Through 4, still tied, 0-0. The pitcher, Big Dog Bobo, steps up to the plate in a sacrifice situation, so let's see if that is indeed on right here.
Textbook sack situation here, guys.
Hard liner to center field. Hicks is there, and he has it for the first out.
Yeah, you really...
Cesar Hernandez comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the 5th.
Well, they still aren't even on the board yet, so this leadoff guy needs to get on so they can manufacture a run.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Some would say he's showing good patience here, waiting for his pitch. But as a number 5 hitter, I think you need to make something happen.
And he struck him out. And there's strikeout number 11 in the ball game. A little bit over halfway home tonight, bottom of the 5th, as we get a look at our line score to this point. And boy, just 1 hit for these guys, and they have not swung the bats well. That's putting it mildly. Claudio Ayala comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. Right by him here, and he's set up for another strikeout here. The count to 0-2. Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Bobo has a play, and he makes the catch for the 2nd out. Striding into the box, Hector Sanchez, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here. Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0. There's a belt-high strike to even the count at 1-1. No runs, just one hit, and no errors on the ledger for the Phillies to this point. Oh, good action on the two-seamer there, and it's 1-2.
That's one of those fastballs that just never feels like it's going to be a strike. It's up at the letters, and that's a tough one to do anything with.
Gold has got it, and the side is retired. Aaron Hicks gets things started here in the sixth for the hometown team.
Absolutely nothing going on in this game so far, so we'll see if the leadoff man can get something going.
And here's a ball hit in the air. Irizarry sprinting after it, but this is going to wind up a foul ball. And he's just rolling right now, and even dozen strikeouts for him in the ball game. Richie Burnside in now, hopped out in his first trip. And that's in there for strike one. For that man right there, you need look back only to his last start to see a performance like the one he's shown here so far.
And well on his way to another great outing. And that's what you get when you mix your speeds and throw a lot of strikes.
Now it's swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2. One of the things that makes him so tough to hit, the ability to put his pitches right on the black.
Yeah, I mean, you watch the catcher's glove on some of these, and it literally does not move. That's how good his stuff is.
Charles Regan will stand in for the third time now, still without a hit, so that streak could be in a bit of jeopardy.
And I think that's in the back of his mind, but it's not something he's really focused on. He just wants to get up there and put a good swing on the ball.
And he misses again, 2-0. And this one's over at the knees, 2-1. 2 out, nobody on. 2-1 pitch is a sinker swung on and missed, 2-2.
A strike away now from getting through 6 shutout innings here, and that's no small feat against this lineup.
Line drive to left. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. Into the box now, Roger Campos. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Pitches a cold strike, the throw, and he'll be tagged out at second base. Trying to get into scoring position, but Roger Campos steps into the box as the leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the 7th.
Still no runs on the board for either team, and it might come down to who can manufacture a run first.
Ball hit high and foul down the left field line. It's strike one. Drilled right back up the middle. And that'll get through into center. So there's your possible go-ahead run on base now to lead off the inning. George Springer stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one. Swung on and missed. It's 0-1.
Now here's a good spot to finally break through against this guy. You've got the leadoff man on, the heart of the order's coming up, and maybe this is a good chance to get that goose egg off the scoreboard.
Too high. 1-2. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And the first baseman can't get there. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. And he is down on strikes again. So get your hats out. That's the 3rd strikeout of the game.
Now batting, left fielder
Hideki Hida stands in for the 3rd time now as he takes a look at a ball. It's 1-0. And a breaking ball falls in there for a strike. It's 1-1.
You know, it's just so tough to pick out a pitch that you want against a guy like this. Everything out.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end. Big Dog Bobo will take another shot here. He's flied out and lined out in 2 trips.
Well, 0 for 2, but he's taken some decent hacks. Could see a better result in this at-bat.
Into the seats, 0-1. Right side, hit hard.
No!
It's in time.
Oh, what a play.
Cesar Hernandez digs in to lead off the bottom of the 8th inning.
And so far in this one, they're still getting shut out. So this leadoff at bat could be huge if he can just get
22
on
game hit
base.
streaks
Because
over.
they've been held in check all game.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a little tapper, but it gets foul. Got him. And that's number 15 for the ball game.
Ouch. That's a rough night at the ballpark here. 3rd strikeout. One thing you can't do, though, you can't go into that dugout hanging your head. You got to think, hey, it's over. I'll get another shot to redeem myself. Whether that's tonight or sometime in the future, that's the attitude you have to have.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Way outside. 1-2. No runs, 3 hits, and no errors on the ledger for the Phillies to this point. Swing and a liner.
That ball's
Foul. And another foul ball. Struck him out. Strikeout number 16 thus far, as he's had a whale of a ball game.
Oh, that could be the defining moment of the game right there. He's got one more guy to get through in the inning, but that was a huge out, number 2.
Taylor Kaiser will get the call to pinch hit here, as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty. A 1 pitch on its way. And a sinker's in there for a called strike, and he forges ahead 0-2.
And this is part of why he's had a lot of success so far.
1 and 2.
He's done a lot of work on the edges and stayed out of the middle of the strike zone.
And it's to 2-2 now, with the bases empty and 2 gone here in the inning. Coming up on the century mark in pitches now through the first 7 2/3. To first, Chavez takes it in, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. He's through 8 with the shutout intact. Aaron Hicks will be tasked now with leading things off in their half of the ninth, as they'll try to do something to prevent being shut out.
And whatever they've done for the first 8 innings hasn't yielded a whole lot so far. So, quite frankly, I'm not expecting too much.
A little tardy there. No balls and a strike. Might have thought about it here, but he lays off the breaking ball inside. It's even at 1.
That trying to go front door with that breaking ball started it a little too far inside, though.
A good action on the 2-seamer there, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, and that fastball still got some life to it, even over 100 pitches.
I got the count.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Now a swing and a fly ball. Irizarry is after it, but this will wind up being a foul ball. Ball 3 here, as that pitch runs way up and in and backs him out of the box here.
He did not like that one bit. Now, it's one thing to work in with the hard stuff.
Got him with the
Don't
curve.
do it around the dome.
And another one. Strikeout number 17 in the ball game, as he keeps racking them up. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike. I know we have a tendency in the media to get hung up on pitch counts, but this is a legitimate workload he's sweated through so far.
Yeah, anytime you get up around that 110 mark, you put in a full shift, and he's fast approaching it here.
And he missed with it. It's 1-2. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the second out. Charles Regan will stand in now as their last shot here with 2 away in the ninth.
Yeah, just one final hurdle here before he finishes off the shutout.
First pitch here is a sinker that runs a bit too wide. It's ball 1. Hard hit ball towards the hole. And that's in there. So perhaps some life here with 2 men out.
Did they win? I didn't look either. Oh, your coach is taking me out. No.
And on his way out to the mound. And it looks as though that's going to be all for his starter here tonight. George Badalucco is on now to try to close things. Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yep,
Yeah,
you got it.
really a dominating performance out there. Look at all the strikeouts. I mean,
All
they
right,
just
I'm
couldn't
done.
touch it.
So that'll just about do it.
Little squirrel. What do you want? Huh? What do you want, pumpkin butt?